Are you a sergeant and ready to rank up to staff sergeant? Look no further, because this video will have all the information you will need to successfully pass your first NCO board. Now, boards are scary, and I mean really scary. I remember my first NCO board, and the president of the board got mad at me for not even knowing George Washington's birthday. Who's supposed to know George Washington's birthday? So if you're nervous, just know that everybody has been there. Everybody has been nervous at one time. But that's why I'm here, to help calm your nerves and make you prepared for your first NCO board. Prior to the board, you will write a 5-paragraph essay and have your report card attached to that essay. The essay will be based on a specific prompt that will be given weeks prior before the board. You must also have a minimum of a 2.5 GPA with no failing classes. The prompt will vary from board to board, but just make sure that you answer the prompt in full detail and make sure that you know the content in which you are writing about. We will know whether you use ChatGPT or not. An example of the prompt might be, what is a good leader? What makes up the qualities of a good leader? Define leadership. All of these prompts will be given weeks prior before the board, so you have ample time to complete it. All right, so you've written your essay and you have your report card attached to your essay. Now you're waiting outside of the boardroom door. Now what do you do? The command sergeant major will walk outside of the boardroom door and explain to you the expectations and the requirements to be able to participate in this board. They will then tell the first person to wait 30 seconds and then knock on the door firmly 3 times. When he closes the door, the time will start. Now, if the command sergeant major tells you to wait 30 seconds, you wait 30 seconds. You don't wait 29 seconds. You don't wait 33 seconds. You don't wait 15 seconds. You wait 30 seconds. They will not like it if you knock too early or too late. And if you do, then this may affect your score. Didn't I tell you? Then, after you have waited the allotted time that the command sergeant major has said, then you will knock firmly 3 times onto the door.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
The command sergeant major will then say, "Enter!" And then you may enter the door in one of 2 ways. You may either, 1, open the door, step inside, and close the door behind you, all while maintaining your bearing. Or you may either, 2, open the door, close the door, and then about face. Once you do this successfully, you will march and take the fastest route to be in front of the chair in which you will sit at. Remember, as soon as you knock on that door, you are being graded. So make sure you maintain your bearing and march with precision. Now that you are facing the board members, salute and report in. The verbiage you must say is rank of president of the board. This is cadet, rank, last name, reporting in to the president of the board, rank, president of the board. For example,
Command Sergeant Major, this is Sergeant Cook, reporting in to the president of the board. Command Sergeant Major.
The president of the board will stand and render their salute to you. After they drop their salute, you will drop yours and remain standing at the position of attention. Finally, the president of the board will tell you to sit down, and then you may sit down. You don't have to sit down formally. We don't want you falling like this. Just sit down regularly. When sitting down, you will sit at the position of attention, which is heels together at a 45-degree angle, hands flat on the pants with fingers spread out, head and eyes straight forward, and back straight, sitting up in the chair. Now, the fun part begins. The president of the board will now ask you a bunch of questions. You must respond and answer correctly. There are one of 2 ways you may respond. You may either A, rank of president of the board. Answer to your question is, answer to question, rank of president of the board. Or B, rank of president of the board. Rephrase question, answer to question, rank of president of the board. If you are asked A yes or no question. You may respond how you did in example A, or you may say yes, Sergeant Major, no, Sergeant Major, whichever one you prefer. Don't mumble and be all quiet. Be confident that you know the answer. Also, maintain your bearing. The president may try to make you laugh or smile from here to there. Just make sure you maintain your professionalism. But Krons, what if I don't know the answer to the question? Well, the study guide should be posted weeks prior before the board, so if you don't know the answer to the question, then that's kind of your fault. If you're let 1, we're not going to ask you let 3 questions just because the content hasn't been gone over yet. Now, on the contrary to that, we may ask you let 3 questions just to see how you would react to them. Those questions aren't really to get right. They're just to see how you would react to them and see if you maintain your professionalism. If you don't know the answer to a question, you will respond as follows. Rank of President of the Board. This cadet does not know the answer to your question. Rank of President of the Board. Instead of responding like this. How many people were killed in World War II?
How am I supposed to know that?
If you are unsure of what the board members are asking of you, or if you misheard the board members, respond with the following. Rank of board member. May you please restate or rephrase your question. Rank of board member. You'll be asked many questions, such as rank recognition questions, uniform item questions, drill and ceremony questions, or just general knowledge questions, such as what are the 3 types of flags? You may be asked to tell them a little bit about yourself. So tell them a little bit about yourself. Just maintain your professionalism and maintain your bearing. You may also be asked questions based on your essay. So make sure you know the content that is being covered in your essay. After all the interrogation, the president will then ask you to report out. He will then stand up, salute, and report out saying the following.
Command Sergeant Major, this cadet is respectfully requesting your permission to exit the board. Command Sergeant Major.
When you drop your salute, you can say any phrase such as Black Knights or your company motto, whichever one you prefer. And there you have it. You successfully completed your first NCO board. And you know that you passed because you studied and answered every question to the best of your ability. Now I'll share with you a couple of things that you should avoid when doing your board. Avoid saying CSM and say Sergeant Major or Command Sergeant Major. Do not, and I mean do not, call the board members a lower rank than from what they are. When was the Declaration of Independence signed?
Sergeant First Class, the NCO.
What did you call me? What did you just call me? What rank am I? What rank is on my shoulders right now? What rank am I? Avoid lazy marching. In some cases, the board members don't need to ask you any questions if they see that you are sharp and crisp with every drill movement you perform. You could get away with just marching in, reporting in, and reporting out. Avoid looking around the room. A lot of people look around the room when they are trying to think of an answer. In addition to that, avoid fidgeting. You will be nervous and on edge while sitting down, but avoid tapping your foot or picking up your fingernails. Remember that the board members see everything. If you don't know the answer to the question, just say you don't know and move on. After the board, you will get the results of the board the following week. If you think the results from the board were unjust or unfair, please contact your Army instructors or the board members for any inquiry you may have. With all this information, you should be ready to pass your first NCO board with flying colors. Or maybe not. Go Black Knights!